Until enche, the revolution is going to have a lot of people, and it will surprise everybody. Nobody who thought, say, a child of this age will sit down and memorize some of these powerful words and rap them out. Let me go to Mama Jenake in the studios here. Now, I'm getting thoughts just on what she's listening to. Good morning, Mama Jenake.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Upon to saying, you are looking so gorgeous.
Thank you.
All right. Me who said that what which I said why you ding and Oshe Abofrado? What was going through your mind?
Wow. And you know, met your mom will be a good morning. I hope so will be a way. Now, and that's your baby into no, a disuyamre. Until so be a seramo. Baby, I will be a frunia for one and for papa no so be tea. I said they be a mecano, young unity, I dare such in the disuyamre. I call a wakasa. DJ for Aklana Kasana in the States, you know, say, Assem see not ye for witness, not a witness, and they are collar. The Obekana is final because when some collar don't lie, they will huna no.
Wow,
dear, Assem we and you mean, I was here funny Obama, the leaders of this country. I was a president, Anka City, San you me a collabo because the Aklana cano or no, they won't who clear no can.
Wow,
they won't know kind, the Aklana canning in na ekrum ha eno ana ye bana kana wa kane nyina ekrum ha memom de meka se Ghana ma kicking up a notch from the last time we were no. Ghana is a failed state. Menim say they can failed state in tree. Ghana a failed state. Yes, Ghana ajiegu. Ghana is a failed state. Eno na akola ne kan bibia nya dwuma enianom bibia ne krum ha ye dwuma wo sora no pa wo sora si abonten a kire wo say kuro no hwi. And the children say will be a Nicrono, so will be a vessel.
It's leaderless. Any leader.
And no one see a demo, and they actually a Timna. We fight now.
But one park with the item, the who leadership is how. Oh, and you enjoy the leadership.
Oh, it's a very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And you crum her, and then Aklana Kaninya, and you we need to show it to the president. We need to have whoever.
Don't you think so? We need to. Don't you think so? We need to forward it to the parents. The youth, rather, because president, you know, what's your bread?
Really?
But the some artists are here, you know, president, you know, or yeah, new man during election time, Nanny G, and you go to work with now, or like I say, oh,
and I just said, you're moving in I delivered, even though
you
any down.
Andra, Lifestone GH, good morning, or sitting on your chair, and I say, the youth thing, say, you're paying for Jimmy, that's what they keep insulting. But the day they realize that they are not stupid, but they are just wicked, the game will change. You to not join the same pay for no, Jimmy. It's not him the day I walk. No.
Okay.
They are not stupid at all. They are super and amazingly wicked.
Yes, that is true. That's true. That's very true. They are wicked. Yeah.
Not me cheer radio be na present an a ball as you for so you be and any party essentially. Nana Odifo be back after that show. And Oba the cancer and wants him. And when he go there, he need to condemn the song. And to all Transiana or DJ and then the Martin Quasianum no say, oh, Quasianum bear also Sanum no say, and then the pattern and Sanchaniano. No say what then Quasianum also. Na in Sanchano when I and Cadiana. You know, until the new work for Adwa. Okay, so oh yeah, it's according to good, but brand new day is the best one.
I was so
yeah, to aba. The piano resource, you know, see Tiakalana some no. You know,
me feel say, Nipa na ohun ho say ono no hwe kuro yiso so tia.
Oh yeah.
Na say oyo bia because the minimum say papa we claims o you Christian. So you're Christian
and a human rights activist
and a lawyer too. So the all kind of say sana panatia. Utie we are obe who said the Akolane kind is what is going on in the country.
No, so
those are the words.
Do you have the feelings they don't know what's going on?
No, I think that or GD pass or Yeduma or GD pass he's doing very well as a leader. Maybe who knows on the way you're stepping on who knows say yeah I'm doing very well.
Yeah.
And so we hear these things to be played to him. Now we see the worst. Now I understand. So Tana Bruchirampa, Akola don't lie.
Yes, but you see, over the years, our political elite, the duopoly, when I say the duopoly, I mean the NDC NPP, have been able to make the ordinary Ghanaian live in abject pain, misery, poverty, distress, to the extent say any little thing is enough for the Ghanaian.
Like any little positives.
Yes.
Yeah, idea.
So that's it.
Okay.
Me, I'm here. I can't go for you. I say I cannot vote because you brought light to my village.
Yeah.
I cannot vote for you because you built a school in my hometown.
Yeah.
I cannot vote because you built a hospital. But let the government build a common cheap compound in a nearby village.
Yeah.
They all go
That's
out
true.
with love.
That's true.
What I say. So their job is to produce more poverty. Their job is to produce more pain, so that the people any day or pay any 100%, or ye 1% free swap, non-conforming that form. So that's the situation we have. Anyway, and I say me who said Onam Krum. Tell me some of the places you've been to. But there's another video in a school in the Western North region, Akati, so classroom house JHS 1 and 2. There's a house kindergarten for when the JHS people are on vacation. So tell me a bit about your rounds in town.
Maybe I mean me mention the name Ghana and me person me pie na me hwɛ different neighborhoods in Ghana and they said e kru na nkasate because since normally over vacation and one say no waba na wakoto ukɔ ha kɔ ye de o ye ukɔ Cape Coast Castle ukɔ ha o ye ya 3 weeks from now ukɔ but this time atena longer until I want to go around Accra na be bia ni hɔ amakɔ and you places na amakɔ no de and na me hu say Krone is a failed state. I know na mama me make it that state because me buy na me kasa. But I say the Ghana is a failed state. Na the ebe me who say a failed state and say ye nyina ye be ka bom ye be to ye ho wa wanten. Na ya ma the people who ye say yenso ye kro no to tell them say ye nye kro. Ye kwaye bi ne ye gu fa so ha. Ye chena wa de ye chewa na ncho. The makọ hu no say nipa ete emmoatebea. Na men to sabi because that's what it is. Nipa ete moatebea. Now in this part of the world, you know, baby sa it's okay, but baby I me free am buy and moakora that is not allowed. You will be just
you'll be arrested.
You'll be arrested. Into batahano pay understanding say aboatebea no sa na nipa gum okuma. Now a lot of people nye bibi kakre biko nima. As a matter of fact, many out to say mentimina honestly. Mentimina. Me ra ho to know say human beings at baby I may have gone to a few places at Tetasa. But to know say it continues. And you say be a baby back could be like as be a baby painted be a honey. It looks like baby a could be a sa. And baby a could be a sa. Now dear mammy who said this country is a failed state, I mean who said nipe wokrumano. Be high and they say almost accepted no. Sasa na nipa wasa watana.
It's a
o accept na sa na nipa wasa watana would you tum say masetena ni dia. Natural say not only is the country a failed state, ye nipa na e wo menyina so ye kuta nipa atebia na
say there's not a deliberate attempt by any leadership to change that. Because that would mean say o pagya nipa na setena mu a na eduru abato na nipa no o meje 2 cities or Maji Bento or Maji Magia. It means that Nipano A is going to demand higher accountability from the person, do something else. Because and all of this revolutionary caution, it didn't start just this year. It started like about 5 years ago. You get it? And it was gradual. I told people say 2016 election, Ghanaians started this revolution, but people didn't say it.
Based on how they voted?
Yes, because over the years now, and who control the voter register.
Okay.
No, because it's blooded. Then 2008 upwards, graduates, basa, no employment. IMF say my informal, the informal. Sa copy 2016 So the youth, whether he's an NDC or no, and who say no, I can still vote for that because my year school 4 years near, I'm a disgrace to my family. I don't have job. I'm still dependent on my parent. Therefore, Nana Akufo-Addo is promising job, so I'll vote for him. So Mahama lost totally, miserably, shamefully, and I was like, this is a good sign that the youth are now waking up. Then they repeated it in 2020 in the way they voted in Parliament.
Oh, okay.
So what I say, and you know, the consciousness of the people are rising. And we thank you. Then I say, people like you, Kofi Koranteng, and all of us are now talking.
Telling them that, you know, me, I was born here in Ghana. Now, me carry time and I started to say, I understood and knew what I did ye fee. I any and I'm very confused since I've been going out here to know say a Ghanaian as an adult who said sadly and I shouldn't live in it. A honor so make me a conflicted Kakamentia says we will nipan kwa. I say a woman now you me who said a mencano wouldn't him say high fee. So a high fee hanya baby or something. But conditions I mean who say nipagumono. A chirame say a drain and cassa away Ghana ni trimono. A binum trimono, mom tete hono. And yeah, Juma, because a year Juma as a human being, you know, Sahanya Bam and Nipatabia. It is a what the honor will be a Yahoya. You have to ask any personal. Find us a hen and make say
okay, so that is where religion plays an amazing role.
I had a religion to it if my
Let me tell you. Europe, the West, maybe our Kotanaya Obaye, they brought this religion to us.
Okay.
But Omu use the same religion at the so these are tamed human beings. So that's why you can compare them sometimes to animals. They are tamed. Europe did the same thing. Omu tame omono leadership biya na onhia nkofo omaye boko. No, they are developer omano. So they tamed them to develop their country. After developing, and the same time they tell me which was their religion say Jesus before I could heaven. If you imagine him, that's why you find a lot of atheists and non-religious people in the West. But here, if somebody is living in that filth, now a banajim say, won't you do something about it? So oh, it's okay. After all, Jesus is going to come one day, and when I go to heaven, I will live in a better mansion. Yes.
Really, that's what you believe is
I'm telling you.
Wow.
I'm telling you so.
Because
so that is why
Jesus heaven baby I want to so make sure
so osoro ni ye fie a had a banakwantum men she say ojapade wo ha hye no osoro.
Okay, man, no dey
so that is why your politicians both the NDC have NDC prophet and MPP prophet. Inti MPP NDC abreso say economy ni nko yi a ye beka kire nkofo ne say motia bi o Bank of Ghana and Emma.
Maybe they make Kenya any economy. Make us a nipa. Nipa baby, I would say. I was a who as a human being. Say baby, I'm a tenor, a high fee. Yes. The fact any pen who saw no one to pass what I'm saying a religion and didn't partner.
We'll go there. We'll go there. Hold on, okay. Okay. Producer, my yen try a home. Kakrebi we will be talking about some comments about Kwame Nkrumah. Someone Kwame Nkrumah part 2 no. Na yen try home bra. Ya buy na the house is set. Oko America omo presidential jet on friend Air Force One. But I learned to say the jet is never called Air Force One unless the president is on board. When the president is not on board, it's an ordinary jet. And you know, we are going to get Air Force One soon. 18 producer, me and Home is here.
Hello. You're bringing back memories. Kwame. Asana usubeto no ne daria for dada for the rest no weather home and nema hello me boom gomba go renechi o mama yeah what to do wanati amane na je from nimiketu yeah be anyway fit pray go Daniel dupon as when you see na manada ni dupon you dey fly go to grow your body in the sky you want to know where was it when you die Ghana I love you. You made me the man to whom I have grown, and I will forever call you my home. Hope I can show you how much I hold you above all that I have known, so you will forever call me your own. To my moms and my pops, Mr. Mrs. Elfrida Tafa Adabla, who tell their friends and their partners my son is EL the rapper, just to make him jealous and take it further and show them my baby pictures. Ask about their kids and tell them my talent just made me different. I give them credit like I do my Twitter followers. Hallowed be thy name, oh Lord, for making me a part of this. If you know the Bible, what I they talk, will you just calm down, make you skip ahead to track 11, cause this be advanced. I'm politicking with Stephen Kwame and Nivy, homie Jay said he'd feature if we did.
All right, welcome back. That was another legendary rendition of Kwame Nkrumah, EL featuring Obrafour, the originator of that song right there. Mekacho said, and there were Mama Jinake Ewaha, one of the freedom fighters. Already, we see Krumah and Usu. Now, Mr. Kofi Koranteng, the last hope. That's the nickname I've given him. Yes. Forgive me. I thought I'm a Kofi and Kofi from me said, why are you not neutral? Well, maybe you can go to the Ghana News Agency and go to their archives if they have that publication. The day Kwame Nkrumah was inaugurating the Ghana News Agency, he says, Ghana and Africa is at war. Is at war. And 8 pressmen might also be warriors. And said we can never be neutral between the corrupter and the victim of corruption. The Ghana pressmen and African pressmen can never be neutral between the oppressor and the oppressed. So you can do the sayings to all the negative things that are being done to we the citizens by the so-called leadership. And when Kwame Nkrumah listed the things that the media man cannot be neutral about, he said, therefore we are partisan. That partisanship that Kwame Nkrumah said is not like, okay, I'm going to join NDC, I'm going to join this. But he said anyone who claimed to be a leader in the country, but aligning him or herself to a negative force, a foreign entity to oppress the people, be partisan against as a journalist. And in 2015, when I had the opportunity to participate in Obama's scholarship called YALI, Young African Leadership Initiative, I went as a social activist journalist in Gimpa. That's how I called myself at the program. And I was looking for that kind of journalism to go like viral. And the Amias saying people like Captain Smart are doing it. Okatechim Insan FIFA is doing it. And I tell you, by the end of this year, anyone who wants to be a serious journalist must be a social activist journalist. You don't necessarily fall for those so-called neutrality. BBC don't do it. CNN don't do it. Every country that has gone up is where they are because of their pressmen, because they use the media to protect and promote and project their country. On that note, I introduce to you Mr. Kofi Koranteng, the 2020 presidential aspirant who got dismissed, who got disqualified. And on that note, Mr. Kofi, good morning.
Morning, man.
We could do for one minute, America. Say, wo, you disqualify easy. Now you qualify, we don't call. Now, what's it still when you do say 2024? Which may say Jinama Ghana for now, some bag Ghana Bono. Me to Chamau.
Hey, maybe I'm pay. Good morning to you, Princess. Good morning to you. and it went here for the one washing. Let's say mission and more harm we are not pay and they will opening comments. It humbles me.
Okay.
Because as much as you said, young Yeri Bia Buano, Moody Kanga Che. Sorry, I said, Moody Kanga Che. And I take my hat off to you guys. Say, you stayed in this mud slinging. You've been targets for a very long time, but makoswaku and no neri inspiring sa peripheral energy no na sisi air bring movia to converge nereba send our kind be do bribia about be very conscious who say you can't just set aside and you tina de bia make a faith leaders say if your people are being oppressed, you have to take a stand. You can't say, hey, listen, faith is outside of the parameter of...
And that's why I always say a big thank to our CEO. He's a prophet, Ajadan.
Oh, wow.
When Madam Jinake was on the show, we were supposed to have just 2 hours. We were here and they called the producers to say, add 30 minutes to them. What the woman is saying is important to the listeners. So I don't say that, and then so 30 minutes I can't.
Well, that's, you see, and these are the people that need to be revered in society. Well, but if you are against the trend now, who said, you know, they push you behind because they have a different agenda. But we have to continue this fight. And I commend you for all the work that you're doing. I am proud of you, proud of this network for pushing this, because this is not popular. It's tough. I don't even know how you make money to support this, because everybody's going to walk away from this.
Don't go there.
I can just imagine. But continue the fight.
Anyway, we are back. We are live on Facebook. And, you know, meet my share on Facebook. I'm in TVGH. We are live on Facebook.
Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And the fight continues. I need to continue, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we're going to fight on till we get this thing done. Bring about, say, yebema nipa bibre who say, baby, among ne do ya much together and save yenga we are an endangered species.
Okay.
And we are heading we are in the line of fire.
Okay.
At some point, we're going to get hit. The bullet has already left the nozzle. We have to brace for impact. And if we don't make the right decision, 2024 year, you should never see what Ghana. I'm hoping that 2024 are going to be convinced.
Well,
going to be glaringly obvious.
Yes, I used to be on radio, and I interviewed a neurologist, and he told me in 2019 that every 22 years something happened. It's supposed to be a revolution, but because we don't have leaders who are aligned with the state, it happens in a negative. The next 22 years is going to be 2023, and he said, fortunate for us, it's going to be revolution of the mind.
Wow, that's me.
You get it. So anytime people talk about the fear of what can happen, I see. And what he said, the next year, 2020, we saw, even that year, he gave example of some movement that are springing up in Ghana, and said, that's tip of the iceberg of what he's talking about. And you can see how everyone, you were late, so you didn't watch. A little boy was singing one of Sarkodie's conscious song, how the nation has deteriorated.
I've seen that.
You get it. So it's going to be revolution of the mind, because if the mind changes, we cannot repeat what is not working anymore. So, Mami Misao.
Now let me. Did you say I was late? I thought.
No. I mean, you were late by watching what we were playing on TV.
Okay.
Not here.
Never late.
No, you are not late.
Late.
I told my producer that America for no dear, or time no dear. And exactly, you were here 4 minutes even before the time I gave you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to make that.
Exactly, you weren't late. So I want to know, say, what call easy na omo can say omo disqualify. Omo say ko bobo ahobra. Ade achi ko ya omo say like how did you see? I know say one who be born here about mine and can free America magana say oh ba abeboa na ye de sad ye no ye wo no say na wo feel
the query woman say me what catch me say me changes be what you say nra minim say wa hwe program na
nra me hwe just so
sentina na two parties because oh, you per se come together. It's all nonsense. Their leaders don't really want to work together. I mean, let's call a spade a spade.
Yes.
Right? And in America say me pe na minim, and the reason in Tia we me film was because I didn't budge.
You stayed neutral.
Oh my gosh, I'm not willing to work with it. I don't care if you give me $1 trillion. That's not what drives me. You per se, you're so. Pride being don't you feel pride so we are Ghana and we African ope say also obi to me for play no can say Ghana Airways yeah ma we duan na ba na obi do Ghana na
Ghana duane
na bibia ye clean na niama ye adwuma na what think no what my respect say wo so you bibini say wo do baby a wa preacher obi anim say come on man get out of here we are garbage hey yow
let me share old man be or say or Russia and no man adwuma kwa me kwa breso no so onye Sajuma. No, say why? Also because he's a Ghanaian, and they changed their word for him.
Of course.
Yeah, me say who say and would it happen?
They be. What crowd just say we are garbage. What do a breach now? You who say exceptionalism? Yeah, really? But I mean, look at where you're coming from. You listen. Me say what they plane and now ship be tia no si Ghana from Mofra. If so, latest statistic, 55% of the youth you see. In the next couple of years, so they want out of the system. 55%.
I'm person free Ghana.
Where is the next generation of the youth? As I say, you develop to take over the nation. They all getting ready. Me say, what the ship be see and they'll go in a heartbeat.
Mr. Koranteng.
Yeah, go ahead.
May yeah, but video be about some classroom. What Ghana had them. But before then, maybe South, since it's about education, and you want to become a leader of this country, do you agree, sir, we should change our constitution, set from the president to minister, MPs, DCEs to assemblymen? None of these government appointees or any government worker should have the right to send their children to private schools or outside the country?
Man, I'm loving this already.
Do you agree to that?
Absolutely. Say enye ma woni pa. Eden na wo prescribe enye ma wan kasa eden na prescribe ma woni pa. Untumi kwan to kwankwa bruchi for medical reasons. Bibia we prescribe say we yet the leader of Wayin Kruman and say you're good enough for you and your family. So it has it. It doesn't make any sense to say wo TSA free SHS and so magua bruchi school. And I Ghana food ni ma wo ba we say oh free SHS. Bisa won say won wo go parliament and one man hen wo ku school. Wonya abrochi school nko ya na visa no wonya yinti no won ko.
And at the secondary level in Ghana, most of the government secondary schools are better than the private ones.
Absolutely.
You know, how they was achimota. This other okay. But from the foundation crèche up to GHS no there.
But Mofrano crowd, let me tell you what the disparity is. Your pumps are billions of dollars you go education numa. We are bisa say what value do they give to the nation? Because system ninja into obiare per se obewie no add value to no ano ho. Say na oko abruchiri a oreba be start a life for ho. We don't kwako banfa so abruchiri. Into investment you're making to free SHS ni na a huge portion of it we're not going to benefit. We're not going to benefit. And I so decided crime pose or stay wo Ghana and poa. Bisa who say education the curriculums I will go through even though it's of a good quality na and yet relevant because want to me in you su build the nation no economy infrastructure no say ye betumi afa one expertise ni ye betumi di atum until then we sign deals with Sino Hydro say one for winning pamran one may infrastructure my so what I say into young education young curriculums no has to be relevant Education has to be relevant. And you're relevant, I would not what the idea. Obi for no about benefit in another nation. And say you're relevant to my young the graduates. We have over 1 million graduates who are unemployed. Why do you think that is? Nipa ni ejuma, yeni industry. 98% of young domestic market is exhausted by China and all these other countries. But here we have 1 million. Does it make sense to you? We have 1 million unemployed graduates. They all qualified.
And then remember Wakasafa, your plans for the cocoa industry as well, because a lot of cocoa farmers will contribute to a chunk of our viewers.
Absolutely.
Producer, may I share a video from the classroom? Na Yembra Sisia. So when you're ready. Was producer prepared to give us that video, and Rana all can't be about cocoa. Now, opponent, can say it's about time we forget about the cocoa industry. What gives you hope? Because, okay, I ready a moment, uncle.
Yaka obibeka se ebia ye kasa bebre school corner meka ho asem se P5 P6 P34 ete block so e na esua de no ha e yo mu JHS 1 JHS 2 ene ya ba be pie na hwe KG1 KG2 for omo JHS 1 dan emu hwe blocks bia omo te so e di esua de enemrem school amene o kasa yeti ye adi almost 30 good years e was a creative school mu school here asedu kuma DA primary and JHS quality duase e de sua de omuni classroom kra na me adu omo say JHS for no amakwan e na omo abe occupy JHS classroom we JHS o JHS 1 JHS 2 e na wuri sa no omo need dex JHS 4 need dex hwe blocks ayahye a JHS 4 na transfer sua de enemrem Ghana nya 62 plus enemrem Ghana JHS 4 at blocks so JHS 4 makwan enkwala wa ha idea at duase e na sua de na me na ya omadum na JHS 4 makwan e na omaba be piem e wo ha enti ombe occupy JHS 4 classroom temporary JHS 4 BS school I also am sign code duase me no ka sensu oto enti nka ye busa se JHS 4 wo ha e na nkansuo yi bai nka nkwala yi ehe e na omobetena sensuo ni to the whole day na chese adesua ene adekere enkoso for the whole day Ghana ade na yan kasa ye ho aboro saa enye mama panyini bi ya minister ne bako school abrochire panyini bi ya MP ne bako school abrochire president ma enko school Ghana ye be fa koko ni firi akati so ye de akotema ya export akodi scanner ba ye ba ye si adan papa wan kran ye si adan papa e wo kumase ba bi ye nya koko no efiri ye no e ho de ya fa ne se ya ye bone ya bo ma bro bone ben pa na nkwala we omubu hari o ma ye Ghana fo okay na manu busu ka asem bone ben na nkwala we aye Ghana bone ben no ma ye o mo papa no ye koko afiafo o ma me no ye koko afiafo na ne mo bro wo ni se Ghana ye kuani a ese wo de wo nsape and who's in obesity journey medical doctor so for your politics obesity classroom so for your politics this a hot and obedi money better than falai aye school yet 30 good years and yo and so her JHS class can before JHS former no occupy no I want to blog so blogs look at say a fee yet in a chair the try and create so and see every blessed day I was some I mean no see the back because 42 classroom na kasa ye futuro akwala na kasa say e futuro so e na e tere sia de be na akwala we anya ni tia e de sia de no tiri no mo tin kran kuma se sunan takra
right school no na etwagu ho no we ye sefi akati so a border town to Cote d'Ivoire in the western north region, one of the most dominated cocoa production areas. Now make us say I come from a cocoa growing area. Say most part of Jaboso, Dadieso, those areas, can say essence as in and 2016 drought to be by and also so eshi cocoa no be And I think so that's why some of the opponents no can say we shouldn't now focus on cocoa, we should focus on something else. But you were giving hope. And I don't know how you marry the two. Education infrastructure in the cocoa growing area and the cocoa sector.
So listen, this is simple. Okay, this is so simple. It just say, hey, na ama miraho. Okay, young papanum ni young ninanum went to cocoa for a very long time, and no emma a lifestyle. Just because we are cerebral in a different trend in terms of technology and innovation, it means say, as I say, we will be on the wall no nimuna farming no anakuku. Because and yet it's not about, you see, any mistake I say, young penufono, one year deep thinkers, period.
No, imagining in question.
There be and yet about income keke say country, it has to make income. It's about supporting a lifestyle. You see, who support a lifestyle? Niame pi fimuba. Emma, nipentini yes, I didn't them say they don't even understand leadership. Inti rather say we'll change direction, say we'll pay income, because from that perspective, we're income to the country here, America, Idaho potato growers. Would you have potatoes now? America in here potatoes. What was storage of potatoes for the next maybe 10-15 years?
Wow.
Now, what were nitrogen storage capacities are store kukua and ma kuku nense, because in the presence of carbon nema the starts nema decay. Inti, but one person will let go one potato farmers no nti odua potatoes ni wia no what the die eguso no ayam no the manure no the egu fam nso obia wotua ne
amasase no aye rich
sanity, but netine say say yen wahu say no ye no wo pese one person wo farmer no wonim say no pe na onim
etimebo metwase a abani nim say nka America mu hia potato fanya hwe but o nkofo mu dua potato
wo best subsidize over we dua potatoes now they aba
no ayam fertilizer and a compost.
So much, because they support a lifestyle.
And even when it comes to cocoa, the world has not said they are stopping consumption of cocoa.
Yeah, cocoa crano. Ghana cocoa farmers, as I say, elevate. My friend work with school cocoa farmers in May. It's sad. Farmers, and I make a say. We have a plan to invest 100 billion, not million, billion in the next 10 years in farming. Famunare cocoa farmers. Ye be revolutionize cocoa kra. Na ubia tinka say. Not only do we want to compensate them for Niama previous governments na no, because we say one went to me sustain yengu. Until you can't come say, okay, you know what, you be pools are ruggy under your feet because and you're profitable. You they be. Yes, the reason tia cocoa yenya income because we haven't had the leaders that what vision not to grow cocoa. And here say farmers, just listen to this. Obia we a farmer bia you accept government to them out MAR, minimal acceptable requirement of food produce. It is a wood dear cocoa, what is okay. Minia fa ebia 10 tons bra every year. Maybe you susana maleke. And I say 1 ton and I be. Where I want to me make 10 tons, no. Let's say when the other farmers more kabum. Now more ba maybe a more organization, no, A corporation, B corporation, no, more meets our requirements. More ba to the government center. More crown and yamuna say more ba. More a yini ready. So long as say being no meet equality. Quality standard no government no be said say me being no me pe say mo hatane say na say nti ye be wo no na of this quality. Ye be ba be fa. Wo farmer no we not going to give you the headache say wo na say wo ko procure wo ko re truck na be fa wo dia ne say na wonim no fire adwuma wo dua kuku. Ye be assign wo to a tech odo no be ba farm o be ba be inspect wo nua and ya wo na say wo ko school na ko sua. there's some level of basic education be say in understanding say na cocoa no dua. But text no our around no what ba be inspect no how say cocoa dua ehia sa kai ehia sa solution ehia sa what you say na won aboa na watumi ahwe wo nature wo nua say na be mouth the best output wo harvest near radio young near with my end truck befa Nadia Ko Center. Every region Bia will have a government center. And no, say Bia, ASFE, near there would you have brother or would you have cocoa until there will be a place for brother, place for cocoa, place for abe. Producing na be what specialized places are air temperature controlled. What do we produce be do honoma? Yedeba, we qualifying criteria or we go through criteria now. Government be assigned say okay, we could out be a pondu and poinsia. Now one what the go wo card so.
Yeah, come out physical cash.
Because we say BBA through a distributed ledger system. Sika biya nfa baby no obi nkobu. Say cocoa will procure no. What come be no be akoton amobi. What the ministers ne were in Penyufone they won't crofwashi. There are so many layers and sign the government just so they can make the money. We'll make money now, we'll absorb profits now. What farmer no we'll absorb now. Into ebe do government no farmer no nyari. Into na one life I say I want to be into our more education. Into first point from the farmer to the government, no middle person. Inti what the book card no so up to 50% no which me the cash to give you but 50% no a credit no and no now the year near e be out to electricity e be out to gas and social services healthcare bibia healthcare no crown discounted school year discounted for farmers Inti near ordinary person or to office or your bank or call betia 100% for Naden. We are farmer who feed the nation into we had a discount.
Wow.
With the card. Be near Obekwa, Obi bet me a stop. We are farmer who one farmers no na what better V8 moon word na my pay farmer riba. I am ministers.
Wait there. Okay, with that one legend footballer I can say during commerce time. A footballer can go to the Flagstaffers at any time,
of course,
by virtue of being a footballer. Now, I was at agricultural film screening at East Legon last week, and the panel was like, how do we make agriculture sexy to the youth? And I think what you're saying there, you're going to make it sexy to the youth. Let
me just add this because it's so important. Because let me tell you, say to me, and elevate agriculture. There's no way the economy is going to move. That's the only place I get more than $1 for $1 input.
Wow,
that's the only place.
Even at the stage, adding value to it.
Oh, there be raw. Check cassava and to me, my more than enough foreign exchange reserve to run the country. Just cassava. Cassava, where do you have? Maybe I pack K. Yeah, the cassava is 6 months, you bet me harvest, right? Every household in Ghana bet me the cassava back on Abba. Imagine 30 million people will be a what did you cassava? Not Ubimbe procure. When Crawford say one nam Kwanwa, what's this out? Scrap metal, trucks. Bet you have concrofu fear rather than scrap metal. No, one the wood you cassava. Where do you cassava? You be too near the co or the co center. Now, one could you won sika. Just imagine that. Mrs. Scrap metal will be jay or back concrofu fee now. Where do you cassava? One be two or the acco. What do you weighing center? And answer will weigh or test cassava name meeting. One way, no way you won sika. Just imagine cassava and queer.
Like expand a bit on that. DNA cassava be into
cassava. China food beer.
Okay.
In Nyanga war
Ghana Hakra company be so yebi. Na
in Nyanga war bruchi ofa Campbell soup condiments. Niama what the we in Nyang sipon ho a ingredients no man niama what the frafre Nyang na ye den e hwam ne aden. One man waiter what the starch na ye.
Okay.
So what you say? Okay. Inti starch from cassava no good quality starch. Well, inti sanya many na no say you to me yeah, cassava to me harvest cassava very large quantities. Market with a billion Chinese people, a billion. Yeah, 30 million. Cassava here a bit me dear. Yet to me meet 1/10 of one demand and yet to me meet. Cassava and corn. And because cassava and also in 6 months waiting to harvest into easier. Cassava odyssey baby and also with USC1 way, right? You don't need to nurture it as much as say be a cuckoo. Inti na ye mom ye be kan say what would you cuckoo a won so pese wo transition to be foforo no ye be support o but a cuckoo no na pese wo ye so ye be boa but cuckoo ni ye here because there's a huge value you betumi nya from other niama you betumi confectionery nom ne ade a edo no sa niama ni na listen the West African market in Kwano bigger than any other market you betumi akọ abruchi nobody is producing
and now the African free trade is in force.
Sanity into West Africa and Kwano. There's a huge market, not even talking about Africa. Into young cocoa, no, we don't need to worry about the West. You bet me a year cocoa no where do money, yet there are other countries that what Africa here, and we will make more than enough foreign exchange reserve.
And so it looks like the current dispensation, you know, up painting picture be say it's not easy for blacks, Africans to do business among ourselves. What magic are you going to do to
There's no magic. There's no magic. Listen, let me explain something. Well, idea that points you are hey.
Yeah.
Say a problem to the untrained mind, you know. It looks confusing, it's cumbersome, it's complicated to the untrained mind.
Okay.
To the trained mind, you know, the same problem, no, a puzzle.
Okay.
Every puzzle, no, has a solution. Who feels complicated? The only reason in Tia this whole leadership ethic has been complicated to NDC and MPP, and they say they don't have the mental capacity to unravel the puzzle. That's all. How?
That's all.
Listen,
For school or Harvard, ne.
Masa, just because you have the intellectual capacity doesn't mean say you can be functional at it. It's a whole different discipline. So what I say, as I said, not only do you know, you have to know how to use it. And only a different discipline. I'll give you an example. Obi ohodoma obeka say, me fitani. They be no you broke. Or your car first class. They be adding tina wa we fitani and wouldn't car ye pa they be we broke. And so markets na ye limitless. Dainty because or your technician Nipa Kono works in their business. There's a difference between working in your business. When you work in your business, you are a technician. When you work on your business, you have entrepreneurial-minded consciousness. Inti, the way you think as a business, as an entrepreneur, is different from knowing. Inti, ubehu entrepreneur no. Oye jumana, onye jumana say me serve one person. Oye jumana say me serve masses of people. Now all the systems are shame. Senya the business no cannot function on the basis of onone effort. Function on the basis of wo effort. I just say income everybody can only come from one person. But function on the basis of a multitude of people and the systems then the income will be limited. Time I may business owner no madano, I'll still be making money.
Yeah, the make Bill Gates in 2009 now say or that or best sorry not 4.5 million and I couldn't account him dollars.
But you see, but that's the difference. The difference between working in your business as a technician and the difference working on your business as a business entrepreneur. Young Kofi, all they see is opportunity, convenient opportunity in leadership.
Because the citizens have given them holidays.
Of course. What I say, what we need are people what leadership mindset as a phenomenon, conviction. So,
Yep.
hey, that's what we need, and that's what we're gonna be, and that's why we're gonna change this dynamic.
I think so, and then me exhausted my questions for you, but we'll do what we can. Then another day. I've heard you somewhere saying that Ghana doesn't need this bunch of ministers, and even whoever in your government you want to represent as the ministers, will be in the form of CEOs, and they will account on the basis of profits they make to the state from their regions.
Absolutely.
Like, I was a bit confused. How are you going to do that? Say, and the number of ministers, is it okay?
All right. So first of all, so what to be referring to regional minister there?
Yes.
What's the use of a regional minister?
He takes care of the region on behalf of the president, we are told.
Okay. As far as income to the nation, how does the entity of a regional minister make money?
Zero. And you know, I say, hey, how is Mr. Kofi Koranteng going to do that? Say, regional minister. Say, if we are going to have a regional minister, that regional minister should be producing income,
okay,
generating income to the state. How?
So let me help you. We don't need regional ministers. They're useless.
Ghana, you hear regional ministers.
Just give me a break. Well, because you can't share me how they make income. What to make income?
I was thinking, say, a Juma Biana, here, Juma Biana, and necessarily produce income. Until Modiana is one of them.
You hear regional ministers. You hear Kofi, see, but this is the problem. You run Ghana to say, you cool, with him cool.
Aye.
So I run Ghana.
Association.
Say, we'll run Ghana. They be me catch myself who say, I sorry, we'll run and say, sorry. As I said, was running like a business.
Okay.
No, say, oh, you may what me call session. Go fish one night and when you son, when I'm saying, no, also for Tina Mekan. Man can say, run it as a business. Me say run it like a business.
Okay.
Big difference.
That's a difference.
Anyhow, Mamin can't say say we will put you in charge of a community, a region, a district. Now we an executive. You have to have a mind of a CEO. And untina young yerekesi. Ubi I ever found say a district executive near. You have to go through a matriculation of knowing how to balance the books and understand governance, understand business, how to run your district with jurisdiction as a profit-making entity.
Looking at Ghana, a landscape, we've practiced the regional minister system for only God knows. How in your plans, Kwame Sebefa, regional minister or whoever in that position, can generate income to the state?
Oh, very easy. One referendum. You bear referendum. You dissolve us. And I prove it to you. Okay, how we're going to do it? They say, Obiano, you put every region where Ghana will be north, where grains, the beans.
Oh, is it good IPA North crisis is the highest quality in West Africa.
You can say, okay, who were region 1, we were region 2. Queen were region 3, right? Okay. Oh yeah, in Kate, maybe ye beans or ye brew. Into every month, now you say, and so procure, would to me, ye, would the pharmacy share. Now you run a lot of business. Inti na nkati amoya na beans amoya na corn amoya no. Mutumi my value be yen ya set target amount says say we meet based on infunia de amowa. Okay. So we meet our targets now. The state mausika for our target
Okay.
Inti na you didn't just say you have to really nurture what farmers, when are you responsible for taking care of what farmers? Bibia wo land and also Emma income to the state, As I said, one is uncle Funicia, say what mine say then wouldn't share na meetings, na one hour the best what the best practices or based on guidelines here the amount. Who meets our requirements now, Yebe in place for more caretaking. Sika mo de more schools, mo de building more roads, more sanya many now. Because another thing I say you decentralize the system Now, So we meet to spec, you find say we year brew with the 10 tons na year requirements. Now with the 15 tons na buyer, it goes credit to you. But you find say ABA Meme district no in Suanto. In Kati as I said me no, men to me meet spec no. But ye bribia in order. What you say?
Yeah.
Into ye the 1 ton penny buy into your deficit of ABA 6 tons.
Yeah.
You better take what excess, you know, any queen excess, right? Now you they are supplementing me for that year. What you say?
Yeah, so the so.
Yeah, they are coming. They know who say be me jurisdiction in here. If I say $10 million, you better take kakrefi. They know what surplus. So near taking ubia surplus. Near they are balancing. Why are you yes kakra na yen to be yes our balance? Then we take from the state to supplement. So na momo goals are there must set for the year. So long as say who are we executive for side jurisdiction, we meet guidelines.
Okay.
So I say that's how we should think. So now there will be equilibrium, equity. Obi a beton schools be juma, or be sewer systems, grofo. And yet if any cut ribbon for toilets. Yes, I be in the womb.
As a way there. Because I thought out to me who said project be a assemblyman. I don't think Kobiano.
Sanko for no crown and bien one was some now the yen
assemblyman for no.
Say there was layers of encrofua who knew Fasubia. Here, let me tell you, the most important thing they say you want to serve the people until you have to find the best link to solving the people's needs. And I'm a if I can solve here, me most of my life, no, the way I live is on commissions. If you don't work, you don't get paid. That's how I've lived.
Okay.
What do I say?
Okay.
Until you have to be really good at what you do. Now, say, what I want to say, yeah, Juma, what region and our district, you know, when to me and show value. Why do we have to pay you?
Therefore, then we move to my next question. Say, if Ghanaians fall in love with you, and which I know they are falling in love in their numbers, and give you the nod one day in 2024, your employment system is going to be on. Yeah, for a 4 years contract. 4 years in this one, you better evaluate too.
4 years. 4 years.
I'm just saying.
Every quarter you evaluated.
Wow.
Every quarter you evaluated.
That's every
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
And she said, you evaluate ni panona.
When me spec, are you out of here?
Yeah, you ready?
Hey, one shot, baby. Get it right, or you out of here. Mo pe say ye mo man so. You be chat Dubai and Singapore. But you can't do it with that mindset. 4 years. You kidding me? 3 months.
Because government agency more. I've said it here several times. I did my service at the Ministry of Energy.
What can newspaper know the query?
And petroleum. And I dare come who and say, what ba over your papers? Yeah, so and you're ready. Until the day you show brown envelope, you're not going to get it.
Massa.
And the person is so official is secured. Me a government worker.
Of course, because the boss need this kind of middleman. You supervise this guy. Listen, hey, and I'm catch you say ministries, you know. All Ghana ministries now bear one building. My create 2 ministries bear 1 floor. Listen, ministry. Listen, post COVID, no, you say we can run things on
online,
on virtual, right? Parliament, now we put them on Zoom. Parliament, Ghana Parliament, 275 parliamentary. Then walk on team was
so they don't need a new chamber.
Oh, old chamber no crab convert it iron into a real estate building near the Pisca. Mo buy my juma was Zoom near who time I more log in, more comments eba, more value I more bring to more constituencies in na because you have to sign in 8 o'clock and a bona one sign in I so I late. You be ma report you be parliament ebia once every quarter, every 3 months, you know, we will show up
in person.
Yeah. Other than that, you know, you are on Zoom. Who comments the Arjuna will team in fat to Zoom on Obia Humbi. Obia to be lucky.
I so the other handcroft.
My handcroft. I just say about
no, what I'm saying is that Obi Yasha Parliament we are saying Obi with Matna 2 years. Now on be no on contribute to a word.
Say your baby who.
That won't be in his administration.
Mo tell near Mechia, mo yet come a make Gracia near Diamo. Oh, you be really, Missy, we putting the whole parliament on Zoom. Virtual. Fish or boxes, na ye Juma.
Oh, you say grab a clubhouse. Amazing platform.
Clubhouse. Be on Clubhouse. Listen, let me see. You guys don't even understand what we bring in. We're gonna put Ghana on steroids. I mean, cast steroids upon it because say you be chim ni pankasa. What gonna be ye Juma by force? Ghana. Musi Ghana nyi.
Meba now to have all of this thing done, no, there's a marriage that needs to be broken. Unfortunately, Yankopon said what God has put together, no man put asunder. But it's a marriage which is about to reach 32 years, which needs to be broken. It looks like Ghanaians are so in love with the NDC and NPP. The same man that is maltreating them, the same man that is cheating on them, the same man that is behaving like a narcissistic person is the one that the Ghanaian Ghana for your ma and Oma Warisa memory, the NDC and NPP, they're in love. It's unquestionable love for the NDC. Mr. Sefe Mama Jenake, do you think Sawa Jaye bet me akoso?
I'm so glad Sawa me help. I was here for Pacha mention mobile. Maintenance up. Nah. I am in the Sama Miakasa Kakra.
Akopel Wasa.
Me Pamacho. My friend is Sir Kofi Koranteng.
Yes.
Because that is his name.
Yeah.
Me Tinenka about 3-4 years ago. I've never met the man. And it's all her me at heady tea say the man now me Tinenka no. And you will image.
Yes.
But I have to now listen to see say you know.
Onwa. The OG and it say
Empire me bo had a empire crew. Empire for Bia, Muslim Hallelujah, Halawa, Kobar, and Yakonia. Empire ya bo in our nation for 60 some years. This is the man. Ghanaians. This is the man. Young Christians, our biblical believer, no. We were told in the Bible, said there was a man called Moses. I am to go to Israel. Nongo Israelites in Frinkwasumo. Ghana here, we are slaves in our country.
Oh, for that one.
Ye tenkwasumu. Na miankasa me buy me show images proving say ye yankwa na ye tenkwasumu.
I have a page on
This
Facebook.
man,
I don't know if you've seen it.
Koranteng.
The Coalition for Ghana's Independence Now.
I haven't seen.
Yeah. I'm the one behind it, yeah.
So this man you are listening to and watching is our Moses, people.
Thank you.
And then Nura, I with Kolai talked about meeting him
Yes.
and how today is my high.
Mm.
In Semiwuchanakra, the first I have landed.
I
There's no president, there's no so-called leader we're gonna have me. Even Biden, I don't care to meet, but I've met this man today because meeting in so many years ago now, I knew then. So he will be the man to come and save us from slavery. As to how and when, I didn't know. Until when you call me to come and meet this man, I knew said this is time. Until say we are Muslim ni awutie me, we are Christian awutie me, and paibo bebrebe ho mekako. Any day ya fasting 30-day fasting no, and no ne Nyankopon tie ye paibo na was sending a man in the name of Sir Kofi Koranteng. Now me continue I can say the way the man speaks or to him mutie no. Ne kasa ye no any day ye nim e be different cry. What you said you can say the two so-called parties here, the way they speak is something different. To me, I am paying a may say.
I've said something.
Your dream will be to a level. So yeah, I suffer for a kind of say, oh, we hear Holy Spirit.
We hear some
and I'm checking.
We hear to understand Kofi Koranteng.
Will come to us.
Do you therefore say, Nona, Ebema? Yatina sena wa jaye na o se koso no akoso.
Yes, hono meba ho na de hia me na mebo me pesa me ka ansa na wasan start akasa because the way your kasa no adwene is so fast any nim dear no wenim into which ye now on yan normal mount based on and Kofi for all the years I will Ghana. Now when you need to certain level at the all kind gibberish. I had to say what do Germany I can German cause and I wouldn't name the apostle. But Miss Sermon won't pay attention. Now gradually follow him and listen to what he's saying. And you will know that the prayers 30-day fasting and then make a call. Any yesu wagana hano, any nanano san yeguno, and ome ye are Moses for us. Na me bompire said ye a bidumenya Pokegame no, ye in Pokegame is the man sitting here. Sir Kofi Koranteng is our Pokegame. Now we need to pay attention, especially the youth in this country, and listen to this man and focus. Now sorry, I'm pie born now, pie say ready me a wadrinim. No forward dreaming no but kakrebi baby or say by your casanya or casa be your patch. And that is my prayer. And it says sad prayer and I may want to be bum a bum. Not a Christopher pie by a boy and a crazy a bo sing a minty. Now make a cover how many thousands of dollars a choir by a full player banner. Say a radit we will automatically know. Say he is our Pokegame. He is our Pokegame. It is our marriage in our canon. That's what I've been praying for. Said the here say you know, you been advancements. I'm home want to see any better yen. Near who said, Papa, we could have some knock king, and some knock a can of your way and tea be that, and a young who be that. Do you need any fee a come here?
And this senior MPP, Casa even more than this, so but they just don't do it.
In what way? Patrolman to us.
Not me say Abia, the Banacasa, and this MPP. Abia, I'm more than this. Because I was a kid, I didn't have voting right, and I was listening to Kofi in the 90s. I was like, when will I start voting and vote for this man? Because say, Oba, Kwame Kuma factories are going na Oba restore. He actually sacrificed one of the factories before he left power. And maybe the Ghanaian listener, Rebecca said, Kasam de Yatibi. Okay.
Casa or Canada is a different casa. Hold on, make me praise Ghanaians because or how near 13 is slavery na yakoma channel. And you may be a crying tiase. So but casa no can a different language from what we've been raised with in this country. Okay. Inti was I you follow no one says I follow will be no tea the okada. Once you tend to now understand maybe any penny if you're back. Inti some marriage it's been a terrible marriage. It's been a marriage a Ghanaian sako slavery. Now this man sitting here can buy a big home in an upstate New York somewhere. No, I found a wife that if I'm not quite an you know. Besides, why is such a man or you're capable of living very comfortable in the United States? I sorry, I bet in food to any fin and tuntomen when 30 different shades. Musa or Baba Becassa say a bit. Now you bet to Abamano. It is because it's a calling. That is his calling. The calling, they say, the mamma bone and maybe bedu. Our Baba Bayadi Oyi. We have to open our minds to understand. Our real marriage in our country has been a terrible one. Remember him whom I push you move to doom for because what's not marriage to see him. Now went to me who at a point says our marriage in ya, free so now the climb from near to which is what is going on. People are being buried as young as 2, 5, 10, 40, young in this country. Until we are being buried as it is. Unyame and ye. This Kofi Koranteng, I'm telling you, me say you know because me my take us and as I see I me image you know. Tina me recollect say you know. Now I'm here to tell you what say you know. Your Pokegame buy will be other Pokegame, AJ Pokegame will yad you yedi. Then seminar what can you who be than the anti be the antenna. What's here now because an idea son of baking. And until me pray, say ready by my wife you be. Now continue to listen to him everywhere he is. After a while, you start to understand what he's talking about.
All right.
Now, who so we any part? I was a wealthy person as a Ghanaian. And no tea and any pa wire. I was all do two baby pa. Omo brabo ye Yame ye na my now. Intimate Ramo, I see continue to speak. Thank you so mama yedi mamenta ya na manenkasa.
That's it.
As he continues to speak, a rademo Miss Ramo. Mummy madri mum pet the social media platforms. Mum follow no. Now after a while, Mubon sama ware fun ware tantan. Awarea mohuni penine Kofi mohuni penine. And your marriage until now the time has come for
to
people
divorce
to
the duopoly.
These goddamn marriage. This two parties, they divorce them, trash them as far as we can see them.
All right.
Now you fat our pocket garment who comes in the name of Sir
Kofi Koranteng. Thank you very much, Gina K of Gina K TV. P. Levy said he overqualified. Ghanaians should try him to fix Ghana for us. Kojo Neil said this man is very genius. Sir Naughty, writing from Germany, will say, yes, this my second time of listening to him. This man can change Ghana. Trust me. And Kojo Neil said, Janake for life. Lifestone GA said, ask Mr. Koranteng how he is going to deal with British France influence on African countries. Okay, we'll deal with that question. And Beneza also is a very good question. That's Lifestone question was a very good question. Now, before I go to this question,
seriously, it's been so emotional for me listening to it. Seriously.
She actually cried live on Facebook yesterday, telling people that she's going to meet you anyway.
Now, the man you were looking at, and he's smart, he's humble, he's more than that. People catch them say, you look a certain way. How do you, you look this way? Most of it is because I listen to this man. He doesn't even know. Or you'll be or say health conscious, or talk and teach about how and what we should eat.
Now
hospital. This is the
rejuvenative health.
He said this man become our president with all our natural resources. Yarea kura call backstage. What you say? Obe yarea. Now what are now pay? Now what's all yare? And he said, more show me a money mina debi. I'm talk about what do you do, how do you eat, and how do you look this way now? Most of all I've done is because of this man.
Wow.
Most of all I've done.
And I understand your admiration.
Yes. It's most all I've done is because of this man. And he loves humanity. When I heard him talk about even what to eat in the US, you can sense the pain in him. Say, come in, you need your making. Now, be a medi, maybe I'm a papeti. Now, come on, Yaripo, now, Mutaku to come up a pay, Muntimimpe, and yes, can call for. This man is a humanist. He is a humanist. He cares. And to me, make a cunning in a woman, who say he was sent. He was sent to Ghana to come and save us because we are drowning. This country is a failed state. There's no two ways about it. I've been out there. This country is a failed state. If we don't talk, or a human being, or so you're in the brain, a human form. And yes, I'm quoting Yanako. Into 100%. I had be a baby one who I won't pay. At a year, none of the goal. The goal is say, fear your team. Free US now back, free the West now back. And Tom spray also out on your whole new savings. And more, and who sprays our beton. Into this man is a humanist. He's a lover of a Ghanaian. With all he's achieved, he lives in a building and made with you as a dummy. I'm telling you, that's who he is. Building not him, no. Because but he lives there because of the love for Ghanaians. And that building is basically a Ghanaian building. He lives there because of his heart and just the kind of the person he is. This is our Paul Kagame. He's a humanist. Obama farming. May you didi my body you want to ye. Enmity at the GMCC. Me go to be a bunny na be kofo. It is a one Timmy CC hospital. No so kora wa kana ma ya. Young pokra ye here. And you be healthy. And also by a radio business because he will also help us to know what to eat as a human being.
I think when you wake up and your president is talking about things to eat, it's just lovely.
It's lovely.
I remember during COVID-19 update, our president Ekwan said, "Yeah, of course we be a quantum break," and the president said, "It was encouraging."
From him.
Anyway,
I'll let you continue.
Okay, and you know, yeah, time, you know, so but let's quickly go to something that one Kasan the you to beat me here is fix the country. I have said, sir, we the citizens only have 1% of fixing, which is stop doing the madness that we've been doing for 32 years. That is one. And also, we have to make sure, sir, when the leadership is fixing and they set the rules, we'll follow. But right now, they haven't set any rule. So, where do you stand on this divide? Fixing the country, fixing your attitude.
All right. So, okay. My main kind of say the citizens have 100% responsibility.
Okay.
The leadership has 100% responsibility.
Okay.
But now one comes before the other. That's
Okay.
the trick.
Okay.
The trick, and I said, for you to want to get somebody to do something, you have to first pour into them. Young leaders no no.
Answer now, wait, my mobile be also ODB Asian.
Sir,
Okay.
say one ma unipana
Bibia.
yeah.
Ultimate being finished.
Sanity. Na bibia obi bisa no. Say one man ye in a good spirit. Say my G waha okasa so bie obeka chiro. I'm pimping na merma pese wo bulldoze over me. Will get me. I said, me at your place to do this. I said, but if you really care, love, respect the woman, nia won't be
Obayama.
but in merma pino won't pass walk level because they see a relationship from their perspective, not from the woman's perspective.
Okay.
That's the trick. Inti what the infant said Ghana funa ye mea leadership near merma or a court here. The best way is to say when you Ghana food to change the attitude is first pour into them. Into what you do, you service them. Mawon soup, mawon kania, mawon streets in you clean. Put together systems that bring value to their lives.
Okay.
Say one who say one abrabo asesa and it's for the better. Attitudinal change, you know, it comes by default.
And one beba.
And one beba. So what I say. Number 2, attitude, yeah, symptomatic. Attitude and your root cause. Attitude fi baby neba because of predisposition. So what I say. Attitude nankasana the way you do something. But attitude no in your character no. Character wo emit an attitude, disposition. So what I say. Okay. It is all per se who fix attitude. Number 1 is so correct baby attitude fi by. Attitude, answer now open your attitude no. There is a thinking that you engage in. They are making say what from age 1 to 6, 7. Who computer wa hey? Over here so no. What kind na programs also? Na baby.
Dabi.
Operating system there
No also.
Into the befia when are the programs so based on near wo per se.
Yeah.
Abofra wo no be wiase our operating system, but only free on the computers. Inti the exposure onya from friends, family, parents,
school,
society, no, and or download. No, they can operating system no from 1 to 6. So what I say. Inti so 1 to 6 na corruption. MPs a one nam chroma p V8 atro sikedi light in ye juma in suma ne mame eso ko se unsu be ni na no kone eyina so na amana disposition. So now from your thinking no you build a belief system.
Okay.
From that belief system no you create an expectation of life based on that belief system. That expectation no they give rise to what attitude.
And he may summarize na o pa che say ye mpanyifo no se o musi hwe yen so Ntitia on the mayen almost my brabo and I yesua ya mirror and I dem more back.
Okay, good. Intitute. So Abofra was Sweden and I say was Germany and I say was Singapore. Now Original experience is totally different. Almost said I near my over certain why breakfast man not a pon. Ya mo friend will take blocks soon with this year. Then we did say Econa dream. Mofre gu kwan ho ade bia okay gina wo ba ho no be bisa say wo piscania dia. They don't see love. They don't eat hot meals. Well, they be no the idea chichiri wo ho na nkofo to aduan say ma so woni one experience now be negative into where build one attitude based on one belief system any expectation one be build attitude now attitude no and no yet the controlling factor to one behavior into I know I'm per time to really
exactly you better time full time to deal with that also be phone lines
for sure the it's the responsibility of the leadership say we'll fix country they don't have the audacity to even negotiate say we'll fix what attitude now mean fix leader because you a job will be apply and a foul yet
now we'll see what you some fix it
what catch me and my foul where you say fix your attitude and son why where you and over Kofi internet say I'm Kofi
I know track a cran
you can't track a cran so on the job
anyway the phone lines are activated 0247785986 Eric Gabi said Mr. Koranteng is my second time watching you and I can say I personally support you. We will do all we can to promote your ideas. Ebenezer, I'll say, please let him talk about foreign influence on Africa. Okay, let me pick my first caller right here. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Fine.
Udin by Yakasa Free.
I'm a friend of Samuel Joe because if we brown for being.
Okay, me and you, Samuel Joe.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, near me, person who said, sir, Pana or Casarubia, Yansem no a bang. You pass it a bit to me at a book and I'm going to now, some walking your mattress and a pretty bibli, a dance ya. Woman, a dear fan only a dance ya, a true do. Mine is Ruyame. Mammy should hear dance is Ruyame. It means a senator we never been, you know, I mean, sir, gonna be changing. In short time, it is changing. Now, that done no way from what Tassama and Mana you see. I feel over.
Everything has got a time. I mean, for another person. Hello, good morning. Look at your Ofra, now, watch what you achieve in once I may you free. So, hello. Hello. Then for another person. Hello. Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Pacho, you didn't marry Akasa free.
Pacho, you didn't know I'm Cassierable.
Elibo Mianco.
Who is that? Papa no Casa, you deep winning the so I didn't tell you can you probably say no, the chance that you go to get 1 money to go. But yet in the yeah, I'm missing everything. Or do what you come on you share. And I'm so what's coming to not even matter at me. One says, or never remnant of the man or bedroom. Not attention is hiding in the bin or into that doesn't anybody say no. You movement in young. Yeah, I'm bad to see us not man up with you. My time to fight that. And I'm missing everything. So just a different party because I'm not than
That's it. Your point is well made. Me patch out to few TV this on Yankasa. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Who did have your casa free?
The patch me can take free just so much. Yeah, don't want to frame a uniform and anointing. The patch of a honorable. You probably seen a key no room to say you. Oh, you will see Casana last year. Oh, and so much was your corner, some commotion with you. No, I get this support to almost.
And tell us, I see Antamuno.
Sa two for the Anderson American was some kakra. Oh, you not but we are the side one and through.
Oh,
I said, who will you pass here? like any money party broke social idea. You do campaign time so I know for Canamo. No, food yet, no matter. Now, President is for private jet, so they cover it. I press Africa will be here for you. It's in Sunday planning.
Medem ba to asma. Sansem nyina wa betre ne obey differently. And you know, mo koso ehwe Trace in the morning on Army TV and TV2. Good morning.
Good morning.
We deal by Biakasa free.
Pastor from me carry Jim because I speak Takwa Bonsa.
Takwa ni ntio.
Yeah, kind of say, me tear din and me tear and risk some more kanyina. Yes, Moses, you know, there, Yama American, no credit. Moses now, Okoyi, create folk fee, me. The same day, we're going to talk, we're going to be out to Muse. We made a new person, I mean, young committee nechi. There may be a chain on my social media, and I mean, some I'll follow. Definitely. Because we need such a person in this country.
All right.
Ghana. The only idea here, I know Mubana, creative jobs, creative trade, if Ghana for anyhow, for what reason?
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Udin by Yakasa free. Udin by Yakasa free.
Kasa free, Bua Fubrekum.
Mianko Mietio. Otieno who on TV so ntie minute nkomo. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Udin by Yakasa free.
I'm not sure the president and the justice because I feel Putroja.
Mientio Putroja.
Me bacho me president me zaba place. Me train bebre. Na ya Ghana semu na working. And what me say Ghana for mbanyi for the youth na bro. Na ebraso said work and said we kwa wale na nya entra mu. Like I said nya mebaye. Ebraso say yes science. Enti yesre no wongusu no ankara ma pese ya na emre so a Ghana for the youth no e better na tie vite say the omani si ko ni say omani mu ayete no. E maburu nya dwuma nya okotwa de na adabati nya tum. Benye ya to e de na wotwe atufu we mun pressure from this week here. And you have to look for the 20% spend at also. And no man ye basa and not say this name people no mark and you will be in a floor. Near pocket before, but you didn't tell them, I make us most easy. You will from Quasumun. I got a mountain. I want to move and
Meda say hello.
Hello,
good morning.
Good morning.
Would you ever be a Casafree?
No, because I think Kumase Bampenaze. Begin the case.
Okay, Mpacho Maunesu Kakramami.
Maybe I told me the case because I think Kumase.
Meet you.
Dear Jenny say, Unia Asama Papa to work on. But the time it's heading a meeting. Media idea about open a make our memo. So MPP and this yam to a boy here one flew on here. Unia, you better not about Musa. The entire make us answer. She said me MPP ni mapa. You can't say, brand new go school. What's your DC now? You're 24 grandpa unya school. And then you go school free. Now so Nipanya get 40 and a man go school free.
Money better.
Minia, a plan a tears a game. I'm never fun with Tessica. I do know. Sabra now we are 28 unya school.
Wow.
Now, no, now you're going to free, no. And when you panic, you got 3 years as one, you know, and you get 40. Not gonna buy up on Oka, the cast Etian Ash and some of them go school free. Now, 8 me business the same way. 8 media material upon my head, or you can finish, and we happen for us to be a young Sunday. When you come, my maybe quite much with
wow. Medase. Mami for the last caller na membra the sona yeah wrap it up. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Udin baby akasa free. We am the last caller.
Okay, many ajipa. Your friend me hega, me friend me bawi. Me din chama antijina jina ki. Asa kakra me wakama papa ne say. on starting the campaign in term when you train for 2024.
Okay.
So starting term, I think they be the youth, you know. You got one the campaign. No crowd work a training.
Mate. That's it. On that, ladies, last caller note, you know, yeah, the affair for Juma, you know, ABC Hanum. This is Trends in the Morning with DJ Fuad on Armin TV, TV2, live on YouTube at Armin TV Official, Facebook at Armin TV GH. Opinion, Wasumwa. Aha, I got for Mambakan Wasumwa, so what can I say? Wasuma. Okay, Omakasa, ain't he? I don't know. Ebi mu say for social media eto abonten na omutimi enfollow and e bia so a wo number bia WhatsApp o metimi WhatsApp group
yeah our friending kofikoranteng.com okay bibia handles in now
okay e jo se mo kofikoranteng.com a bibia wo honum na ma follow na bibia aye kama mama ke last word na about so
okay because it's our question and I'm percent
okay yeah address it
no or say foreign governments
yes
everything for mama cancer in Nentia foreign governments are relevant Ghana no is because we go around and we beg. Okay,
now the question here, how are foreign governments, like France dominance on the francophone countries? Nti oba na wo ye bibi Ghana ho person we na France for influence or more against you. How do you deal with that?
Armin Media College. Ewe baby yetiti nipa ewo media bibi bia media hu bia no ye tre ewo Armin Media College. Ye tre bi to say camera, editing, stage designing, sound engineering, DJ, radio and TV presenting, program hosting, newscasting, which our protocasting, any akankasting, obese sports journalism, marketing and advertising department, and so our media day. Now training na pepe and about Armin Media College. Can you name Armin Media College so? What's anyway?
Order for we show me some Armin TV the Armin College aba.